Nothing like a cold one at the end of the day. Even though it's like winter still, even though it's spring. Pouring myself a tall cold one in my Japanese glass. Now, in Wisconsin, you are not a man if you do not have a beer in your hand. And I guess, once again, I'm not a man because the only thing that I pack for my beverage of choice at night is A&W cream soda. And it looks like a beer. I mean, if I was walking around with my Japanese glass and sipping this, I think people would assume in Wisconsin that I'm drinking a beer. And some people call alcohol liquid courage, and I really don't think that I need any additional courage. I got courage aplenty. And I'm deciding. It's a new day. It's after midnight. I'm looking at the powers that be at Winnebago Mental Health. I'm deciding who am I going to write my 1,000 words to today. And this lady, Ruth, is probably one of my number one contenders today. Also, there's a lady by the name of Pat that I'm really tempted to write to today. I found this in my spring cleaning. Some guy, I asked Pat, who is like the angel of human resources, a very simple question. How many people had been hired to do my job since I joined on at Winnebago Mental Health Institute, and how many had reached retirement? And those numbers were, and I was wrong, I thought it was 474. There's 424 people were hired since 7/15/02, and only 11 out of that, only 11 people, I should say, retired in that almost 9-year period. So using some simple math, 11 divided by 424 is about 2.6%. So it's not an exact figure, but about 2.6% of the people that take the job of RCT make it to retirement. And I was watching a show with my brother, who is on Skype, by the way, and he says, I will set it up. Can you read that? I will set it up. Before I decide on who I'm going to write to today, all work and no play makes the Yeti rider an angry boy. So I'm going to play one quick video game with my brother before I decide with my liquid courage. Am I going to write Pat today? An email of thanks because she's retiring very soon, or do I want to write Ruth an email of understanding and closure? Because I'm on a suspension day today, and if it weren't for Ruth, I probably wouldn't be on that suspension. She doesn't understand why I do these videos, and I'm tempted to write her an email to explain to her why I do these emails and these videos every day to try to make the world a little bit better place. Because the funny thing is, I worked out at Winnebago Mental Health for 9 years, and I didn't know who Ruth was. The first time I met her was in my discipline meeting, and I had no idea who she was until I met her. And I'd really like to send her an email and maybe even a video trying to explain why I do the things I do. Maybe if we had worked together more and seen each other more than once in that 9-year period, she might understand me better and why it is I do the things I do. Because she told me that she does not see the good in what I'm doing. And, maybe she needs it explained to her. So I'll decide probably today whether I will write Pat, the angel of human resources, who is retiring on April Fool's Day, an email, of 1,000 words, or if I will write Ruth, the lady that's retiring in 2 days, an email. And maybe just because her time is coming quicker, maybe I will write her first. But before I do that, hopefully my brother and I can kick some butt playing a video game that helps out the people in Japan. Let's go back to that. Donate to the Red Cross in Japan. So this is my new favorite video game, League of Legends. So anyway, I'm going to play a game with my brother, and then I'll put my courage to good use. Well, good is such a random and arbitrary word, but I will put my courage to use.